All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back. It's been another absolutely insane week in the Muskiverse, and we're going to break down everything that matters. Let's just dive right in.
So let's kick things off with the quote that probably sent a few regulators into cardiac arrest. Elon just casually drops this bombshell on X. Yes, you can text and drive. Just like that. Wild.
Okay, so here's what's on the menu today. We've got FSD's, honestly, god-tier snow performance. We're going to talk about Tesla the business, finally getting its shit together. Neuralink, literally plugging into human brains, and of course the long game with bots, rockets, and, yeah, billions.
All right, first section, FSD is finally getting good. It's really having its ChatGPT moment. And look, the whole texting and driving thing, the point isn't that it's legal, because it's not. The point is that Tesla is now so damn confident in the software that they're actually relaxing the driver monitoring. That right there, that's a massive signal.
And you know what? That confidence seems pretty justified, because this past weekend, FSD learned how to drive in the snow. And I don't mean just survive, I mean masterfully. It really felt like the software's ChatGPT moment. You know, that sudden leap where it just gets it. It's not just following lines anymore, it's understanding a chaotic environment.
And check this out. This isn't just one fanboy getting lucky on a clear day. We're talking about a flood of videos coming in from all across North America. Chris from Dirty Tesla was blown away. The Iowa Tesla guy said it did it all perfectly. You can see from the list here, people are reporting it definitively detects snow. It takes corners slow to keep traction. It's adjusting speed profiles. This isn't just pattern matching. This is nuanced, real-world driving. It's a fucking breakthrough.
This right here, this perfectly illustrates the media shift that's happening. I mean, Elon's arch nemesis, the Wall Street Journal, or as he calls it, the PSJ, they just published a glowing review, and Elon himself shared it, calling it accurate. Think about that. When your biggest hater starts praising you, you know something real is happening.
So is this enough? Is this enough to win over the regulators and the public? The momentum is definitely building. You got positive reviews coming out of Germany, official testing is getting the green light in Spain, but the big question is, are the regulators going to see this incredible progress, or are they just going to freak out about the texting tweet and miss the entire point?
Okay, let's move on. Section 2, Tesla, the business end, from reliability to big rigs. Because look, having world-changing software is great, but it's totally useless if you can't build and sell reliable hardware for it to run on. And speaking of hardware, the whole narrative on build quality, it's officially changing. For the first time ever, Tesla cracked the top 10 in Consumer Reports for reliability. They jumped 8 spots up to number 9. And look at this chart. They are the only pure EV maker up there in the top tier. And to put that score in perspective, being number 9 with a score of 50, when Toyota, the gold standard, is number 1 with a 66, that's damn impressive. And it's not just the cars. The Tesla Semi is now officially a real thing. It's on the road with DHL. They just took their first delivery after a pilot program where the trucks showed just insane efficiency. We're talking 1.72 kilowatt hours per mile while hauling 75,000 pounds. This isn't a side project, guys. This is the very beginning of a multi-billion-dollar business line.
And of course, it's that time of year. The holiday software update is here. Now, there's a bunch of cool stuff, but the two big ones for me? Grok is now integrated with navigation. You can literally just say, "Take me on a tour of San Francisco," and it becomes your personal guide. And, maybe even more important, the dashcam viewer now includes the FSD state. Finally, we can put all those "was it really on FSD" arguments to bed for good.
All right, let's switch gears to something that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie. Section 3, Neuralink's first humans. Because this isn't some far-off research project anymore. It is being used by real people right now. This is reality. So just to give you a quick timeline of the journey here. The company was founded back in 2016. By 2021, we saw Pager the monkey playing Pong with his mind. Just last year, human clinical trials began. And now, in 2025, we're seeing real-world patient impact. The pace has been absolutely relentless.
So what is it?
It's a brain-computer interface, or a BCI. It's a direct link between the brain's electrical signals and a computer. Basically, it lets you turn your thoughts into clicks. For people with paralysis, say from a spinal cord injury or ALS, this lets them control a computer with nothing but their mind. No voice, no hands, just thought.
And again, this is not a theory. This is not in the future. As of last week, 13 humans now have a Neuralink implant in their brain. And get this, they're using it on average 8 hours a day. This isn't some experimental toy they use for 10 minutes in a lab. It's already a core part of their daily lives.
The demand, it's just staggering. There are 10,000 people on the official waiting list right now. So the main challenge isn't even whether the tech works anymore. We know it works. It's about scaling the manufacturing and the surgery to meet this unbelievable need.
Okay, let's wrap this up by looking at the long game. Section 4, bots, rockets, and billions. We're talking about the robots that will build the future and the rockets that are going to pay for it all.
So this week, Elon dropped a new production timeline for the Optimus bot. And it brings up the obvious question. Is the Optimus timeline bullshit?
Okay, so here's the deal. Elon's promise is starting production hopefully summer 2026 at scale. But let's look at the reality. We were supposed to have thousands of these things by the end of this year, 2025. I'm going to be blunt. I have my doubts about the new timeline. Building a totally new supply chain from scratch is an absolute bitch. My bet? 2027 for any kind of real scale.
But hey, you can't fault the ambition. He's not just building a factory worker. He's literally talking about building a von Neumann probe. And for anyone who doesn't know, that's a self-replicating machine that could theoretically colonize the galaxy. That's the endgame we're talking about.
So how do you fund that kind of crazy ambition? Well, with this, SpaceX is reportedly doing a share sale that values the company at a staggering $800 billion. That is the financial engine that's paying for all of this world-changing tech. So, this brings us to the crucial point, the Muskiverse flywheel. It all connects. You develop world-leading real-world AI with FSD. Then you apply that AI to physical hardware, cars, semis. Then you transfer that knowledge to a new domain, the bots. And while all that's happening, you create a human-AI symbiosis with Neuralink. Each part feeds the others, and the whole damn thing is accelerating.
Look, we are watching decades of science fiction become reality, in real time, right in front of our eyes. The pace is just picking up. So the question is no longer if any of this is possible. The question is, how fucking fast is it all going to happen? Let me know what you guys think.